the girl on the same bed that I be sleeping on. I'm like, bitch, really, nigga? Bedside table, there was condoms on the bedside table, but I just had to find out like who the hell is this girl and why is she texting my man. I started beating the man. I'm like, you brought the girl to the house, you had her in the bed that I've been sleeping on. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kimmy Kim. You're tuned into Kimmy Kim. Like, comment, and subscribe. And today, by the title, you can see I have another juicy story for you guys. This is when I sort of got cheated on, and then I beat his ass when I found out. So this happened, I would say, like, this happened last year. And so I was talking to this person and we were actually dating. We were getting to know each other. We're gonna call him Bob. So Bob and I was getting to know each other, and I really liked Bob. So I would stay over by Bob's house. We would, you know, do regular relationship stuff. I had remembered during that time, like, I always had Bob's phone. Like it was cool. Like, Bob didn't have a problem with me going for his phone. Bob didn't have a problem with me having his phone, so I'd go for his phone. And you know. So this time, fast forward now, it's work. I'm working, so I would stay by Bob because Bob kind of lived a little closer to work. So it was better for me to just stay there, go to work, and he would drop me and everything. So this morning Bob drops me to get the bus to go to work. So we coming out of his bus stop, his bus route to go to work. Now guys, I'm hot. So once I got off the bus, I had his phone, I had my phone. I was letting him pay the driver for the bus that we just took, and all of a sudden a message comes in. And I just want to say sorry to the girl who we were going to speak about. She had specifically told me not to do a video about it, but I couldn't because this is too juicy. So babes, I'm sorry. So I see a message coming from his phone. Let's call her Kayla. Let's say Kayla, that's her name. So I see Kayla message Bob, telling Bob how you can, I can't really remember exactly, but from my point I could see that Kayla was hurt. Like, she was basically telling, like, I put myself out there and I just feeling used, and you know, I have really liked you and stuff like that. So I'm like, what? You know, I'm like, okay, what is this about? Because you and I are together, and now I'm seeing messages from people talking about, oh, how they feeling used and so on. You know, if you're in my situation, you're a woman, and you'll automatically be defensive because, like, what is that? So I was a little upset. I asked him, what is this? And he said that, oh, how the girl trying to break us up, Kayla trying to break up me and Bob. Because Kayla had seen us in town Friday, and Kayla knew I had his phone because she saw me I had his phone in town on Friday. I was like, bullshit. Listen, don't believe anything they're telling you, right? So yeah, so when he said that, I'm like, what, you serious? I didn't believe that. So when I got to work, I'm like, give me your Facebook password, I want to talk to the girl. He was like, no, he not doing that, Kimani. He's like, Kimani, just leave that alone. I said, okay, fine, you don't tell me, I'll figure it out my damn self because I'm smart. Now, I couldn't remember Kayla's name. Her name is not Kayla, but her name actually starts with a K. I couldn't remember Kayla's name. I just remember her profile photo, and I had remembered that her name had started with a K. So I said, you know what, let me go and scroll through his case on Facebook until I find her. So y'all, guess what I did? I scrolled to Facebook, go for the case until I came upon Kayla's picture in his Facebook contacts. So you know what? I got a message, Kayla. I know, we're not supposed to be doing these things in 2021, but I just had to find out, like, who the hell is this girl and why is she texting my telling him she feeling used and she liked him, loved him, all of that bullshit. So I got a message, Kayla. I'm like, hey Kayla. I'm like, hey Kayla girl. I'm like, you know, what's going on? This is Kimmy. I said, this is Kimmy. This is Paul. What? No, this is Bob's girlfriend. I'm like, this is Kimmy. This is Bob's girlfriend. She's like, and I proceeded to say, like, hey, what's going on? You know, this thing between Bob and I is new, and I just want to get hurt. You know, I don't want to get mixed up in drama, but what's going on between the two of you guys, because this thing between me and Bob is new and I don't want the drama. So she proceeds to tell me how she loves my channel, she watches my videos. So hey girl, I did the story time, don't get vexed. So like she watches my videos and she's like, she proceeds to explain to me what had happened, and she proceeds to say that she and Bob, Kayla and Bob, the two of them went to school and they had lost touch, and all of a sudden they started back talking, and she had met him. They started talking around the same time me and Bob started talking. So I'm like, okay, that can't make sense, because I know from his Facebook messages that he was speaking to other people around the same time he was speaking to me, but I did not see her messages there. By that time it was already deleted. She says, oh, how she met Bob a Friday. She went to Bob, they planned to meet up on the Friday. She went to Bob's house. Now she tells me that Bob brought her into the back door, and like they just chill, they watch movies, and then they kissed. So I'm like, what? So I'm like, so I'm shocked, because I can't believe it, because I'm like, wow, me and Bob so cool, me and Bob mother so cool. Why would they be allowing another woman to be coming in the house that I be coming to, you know? So I'm like, oh, do you have some kind of proof? I'm like, do you have some kind of proof? Like what? Tell me. And she proceeds to tell me that she has a video because she was feeling uncomfortable in the house. That was the first time, you know, meeting the guy. And no judgment, we women sometimes do that, but ladies, that's not cool. When you're meeting up with somebody for the first time, don't be going to his house, don't be staying going in his room, in his bedroom. I have done that before. Don't. It only ends bad, trust me. If that person really liked you, they would not bring you at their home the first day they meet you. Trust me, I have been in that scenario. Anyway, so where was I? So she proceeded to send me screenshots of the video, and in the video she showed me screenshots, and in these screenshots I'm like, okay, I kind of believe this is recent, because he made it think that, like, when I spoke to him, like, I didn't speak to him in that moment yet, but when I had spoken to him after, he made it seem like it was something years ago, but clearly it wasn't, right? So in her screenshots I can actually tell that this is a bit suspicious. Like, not suspicious, this happened recently, because in one of the screenshots you see the two deodorants, my deodorant, his deodorant, right? And they have two different color caps. So what are the odds that those same two deodorants, the same color caps, are on the dresser? So I say, you know what, coincidence. The second thing to make me believe that it was recent for real was on the dresser, well, not on the dresser, on the bedside table, there was condoms on the bed. Previously we had these same condoms on the bedside table. So I'm like, okay, this has to be, you know, because the condoms, the same condoms are there, plus the deodorants. And the third thing to seal it for me, he had a shirt, like the way his room is, you can see into like the closet area. So he had a shirt that was previously stored away, and he previously brought it back out. It made me know that it was recent that happened. So I'm like, what? Like, I am so hurt, because I'm like, wow, I really like this man. I thought we were building something nice. Like, what the fuck is happening, right? So I'm gonna message Bob, and Bob is telling me, oh, the girl just trying to break us up, this was years ago, this was not recent, blah 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 blah. I say, okay. So I asked the girl what day this was, and when she told me the day, I immediately, like, I was upset, because that same day that she went to the house in the afternoon, left, I came to that house and spent the night, the Friday night. And I'm like, what? So you're having the girl on the same bed that I be sleeping on? I'm like, bitch, really, nigga? Yo, I wanted to fight this man, because I'm like, you have the girl on the same bed that I be sleeping on? Fine, okay? So I say, you know what? This is not going to end well. He's not going to tell me the truth. He's just going to keep lying. And even though the girl just said they just kissed, I still consider that cheating, because you and I are in a relationship. You're supposed to be kissing me. You're not supposed to be having women on the bed that I be sleeping on. So, you know. So I said, you know, he's not gonna be honest about it. He's just gonna keep going in circles. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm like, this is what I'm gonna do. So I said, you know what, I need to teach this man a lesson. Like, I just couldn't let it go. So the following night that I came from work, I came to his house to sleep, you know, because I was going back to work the next day. So I spent the night at his house. So I say, like, babes, let's try something different. Let's do something different. I'm like, let's do something different. So I said, you know what, just lie down. Let me take it from you. So I proceeded to take bed sheets and I start tying his bed. Like I tied his leg to a post. I tied his other leg to a post. I tied his right hand to the post and I tied his left hand to the post. And in between tying him, like, you know, I was touching him, you know, kissing, so that way he can feel, okay, what is Kimani about to do? Kimani's about to give me, you know, I'm in for a treat. You know, but that was not what I had planned. I had planned to fuck him up. Okay guys, sorry for my French. I had planned to mess him up. So after I tied him up, you know, I got him dressed and then I blindfolded him and I gave him some kisses. And then that's when it happened. So when I blindfolded him, I took the leather belt that I had bought him, and I didn't buy my leather belt. He has a leather belt. I took that leather belt. I just started dropping lashes, yo. The first lash, like, you could tell the first like hit I gave him with the belt, it was real hard, eh? But on his face, it was like he was shocked, like he couldn't believe what was happening, yo. I just started beating the man. I'm like, you brought the girls to the house, you had her in the bed that I've been sleeping on. I just started beating the guy, yo. And the guy is trying, he's like all of a sudden his face just changes and he's trying to get out of the ties, but and after I felt sorry for him when I kept giving the lashes, I kept asking, and I felt sorry for him, and I'm like, you know what, let me take my shit and go and get dressed. And I'm like, you had the bitch in the house, you had the girl in the house on the bed that I've been sleeping on, nigga, really? Yeah, that's what I did to the man. And of course, after that, arguments happened. I left that same day. That same night I left. I had to call my brother-in-law to come get me. Same day I left. Same day I left. It was a big argument, of course. He's like, get out of my house, take your shit, get out of my house. I'm like, nigga, you don't want that fucked up, you know? You don't want that had a girl here, not me. You don't want that had a girl in your room on the bed that I be sleeping on, not me. So yeah guys, that's a story time of when I kind of got, well, I'm not kind of, I gotten cheated on, and in return I had to spank that ass for playing games with me. Anyway guys, if you want to see more story time from your girl Kimmy Kim, just remember to like, comment and subscribe. Leave your comments, let me know what you thought about this story time.